Hey everyone, how you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be driving in a Tesla Model 3 running hardware 3 running FSD 12.6.4, and yeah, it should do pretty well. And we're coming up to some traffic here. It's staying really good in the middle, and it's coming to a complete stop very smoothly. I never really have ever complained about how Tesla FSD handles braking. It's always really smooth, never really aggressive. And since there's a pile up here, we're gonna have to switch lanes, and it does that very safely. There was no cars coming. And now we're gonna be cruising through the intersection, coming up on this truck over here. Gets through the light. Now we need to go to the left lane to speed up past it. And it switches lanes so perfectly. Like, it just feels like it knows where it needs to be, knows where it needs to go. It's not like struggling to figure out what a lane is. It just does it very, very naturally. Steels at this time is pretty busy, so we're definitely going to run into some more traffic over here. Hopefully it creates a little bit more of a challenging scenario for FSD here. But again, the braking is very smooth, and we are just following not that close, following perfectly behind the car in front of us, this Toyota. A lot of you guys seem like you guys are new Tesla buyers, so like I'll try giving out my opinion, you know, for people that might not. I'm gonna let this truck in, you know. Tesla would have let him in if he made it more clear, but you know, I'm just a nice guy, I guess, you know. I wouldn't say that's Tesla FSD's fault. That's just me being a little picky there. If the truck made it more clear, FSD usually lets cars in, but since we were all like super tight there, I just wanted to, you know, help this guy out. You know, he has a trailer and stuff, so he probably he can't really speed up or brake that much, you know, wears out his brakes or something. But yeah, in traffic situations, FSD is amazing. You don't have to do anything. You literally just sit here. You could have a good conversation with your passengers. You could just jam out to some music while the car is handling, you know, stop and go traffic. For those of you in more city areas, you know, like in American cities or Canadian cities, you know, traffic is always really bad, you know. Or wherever you are around the world, I think traffic exists everywhere. It's not just a Western thing. But yeah, if there's a lot of traffic, and you guys hate traffic, you know, it stresses you out, you know, you get all worked up because you get so mad at other people on the road because you just want to get where you need to go and not waste any more time. FSD could help make your journey a little bit more relaxing. And now we're in the suicide lane, which I don't think is like legally what you're supposed to be doing. I think you're supposed to build up in the left lane and then go to the turn lane where the yellow ends. I don't think cars are supposed to like just back up like this, but I'm not gonna lie, this is how everywhere in Toronto does it. Like, I've been driving for so long, and this is just how I always see cars do it. So like, as much as it is like by the book, I guess wrong, Tesla's doing it what it naturally should do, like follow how everybody else should drive. Because if Tesla's doing it the right way and everybody's doing it the wrong way, in some situations that might actually be causing some accidents. I think if everybody had FSD, then, you know, cars would be doing it the right way. But I guess in the world we live in today, everybody kind of just does whatever is easier, you know, least resistance, whatever. So I don't know, comment down below what you guys think about that. Like, should FSD be doing it the absolute right way? Like, no speeding, you know, following every single rule of the road, like by the book? Or should Tesla FSD should naturally follow like the way cars go? Like, you see that minivan there? He's doing it, I guess, the right way, but now it's backing up the entire road. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't even know if there is an answer. Just comment down your opinions. Like, you know, fight about that in the comments. Let's see what answer we come up with. Thank you guys so much for the support, though. Like, for all the videos so far. Like, I've been seeing a lot of likes. We've been hitting those 20 likes. We're getting really close, but let's try getting 20 likes for this video too, you know. And, you know, this time, like, also leave a comment, you know, what you guys like, what you guys want to see, what you guys think could be improved. You know, I'm always reading the comments. I'm always checking that stuff out. So it'd be really cool to see. And yeah, we're still stuck in this left turn traffic. But the best part about a Tesla, or like electric car in general, is that when you're sitting in traffic, like, your car is not like idling. Like, you're not burning, you know, you're not burning the like, you know, gas. So it's like, even though you're idling, like, you're not wasting anything really. If you have the AC on, obviously you're wasting charge. But, you know, I usually am perfectly okay with baking in this car, like, straight up just cooking myself, but yeah, just to save a few percent. But I'm okay with the heat. You know, honestly, I kind of like it. But in this video, since I'm talking and stuff, like, I don't want to pass out from talking and being dehydrated or whatever, because it is 30 degrees. You know, Canada has never had this in a while, since last year. So, you know, everybody's out enjoying the weather. So yeah, Tesla could help make your road trips maybe a little bit better. I feel like a lot of people are not agreeing on the whole Tesla road trip thing, where some people think that you can take Teslas on a road trip and it's perfectly fine. And some people think that it is not a good road trip car. I feel like I'm in the middle. Like, you know, some road trips depends on where it is. Like, it's not just like a close your eyes and you kind of just go wherever you want kind of road trip car. Like, with a gas car, you could just, like, literally go anywhere on the map. Like, like, I don't know exactly, but, like, you know, in theory, you could just, like, go anywhere on the map. Doesn't really matter. You know there's a gas station. You know you're fine, most likely. But with a Tesla, it's like, you really gotta, like, plan it out. Like, you gotta really think about your moves, where you're going. You know, you gotta really be aware of your percentage. You gotta be more aware than a gas car. And some people might see that as a lot of friction to, you know, commit to a road trip in an electric car. And we have made that left turn. I was giving it a little bit of gas pedal there, because or accelerator pedal, because, like, the Tesla was waiting to see the green arrow, but I already know that green arrow is long, so I didn't want to make anybody waste their time. But FSD would have handled that very well. I was waiting to be able to see the green arrow. And now we are just cruising on this road on Weston. For any of you who are American and listen to Drake, and you know how Drake always talks about Western Road, this is that road. This is Western Road, from, like, the Drake songs, I guess, for Americans, because a lot of our viewers are from the United States. So yeah, I wonder if Tesla FSD in the US acts differently than Canadian FSD. But I don't know. Comment down below if you guys actually do know the answer to that. But, you know, now there's a bike in front of us, and we are just following perfectly. Like, I wouldn't get close to a bike either, you know, just in case, like, they fall off or something. We are just we are just following really, really far away. But in my opinion, I would do the same, because if anything happens to that biker, you're gonna hit him if you were too close, you know. It recognizes the biker, if you can see on the visualization, and we come to a stop, giving it a lot of distance. And yeah, let me know what you guys, what videos you guys like watching. And you guys should check out some of the links in the description. Like, it'll help out the channel. It's just some car accessories for the Teslas. I do recommend the screen protector though. Like, if you guys really need, if you guys really get a Tesla, like, check out the screen protectors. I feel like it's very important, especially the matte one. And now we are accelerating back to speed. You could obviously change the speed offset. So for those of you guys who don't like the speed, you guys could definitely, you know, tweak that where you could make it where it doesn't speed at all. We're still centered properly, and we're slowing down. It still recognizes the biker, which is really nice, you know. Keeps everything safe. The light is green. Now we're gonna be accelerating again. There's an electric BMW right there. I wonder if BMWs are reliable now that they're some of them are electric. Because like I always hear like horror stories of old BMWs, you know. Maybe with the EVs, the BMWs are not gonna rinse your pockets. So yeah, Western Road is usually busy at this time. This car is trying to squeeze, so we'll give him a little bit of some opening. But yeah, it's like moments like this where it's just, oh my god, FSD saves me. It's just I could just relax a bit, just kind of be like a passenger while the car is handling all this stop and go stuff. Because like, you know, coming from a gasoline car, it's just you have to press the brake, gas, brake, unless you have a new car, you know. The new cars have the traffic aware cruise controls. But you know, I've tried them, and like sometimes it's like aggressive, sometimes it brakes too late. Like I've had so many situations where it didn't do anything what I wanted to do. Like it would just kind of create a situation. Oh, he likes the bike. Oh, that's so cool. Love to see some love out there, you know. I don't even know what kind of bike. I'm not really into bikes. I wonder if any of you viewers are into bikes, you know. Let us know what this bike is. I wonder if there is actually anybody out there that likes bikes and EVs, you know. I feel like bikes and trucks and gasoline cars, like that's kind of it. I feel like the people who are interested in bikes are not the people who are interested in EVs. But I could be horribly wrong, you know. I have no idea. I personally have never been into bikes. It's mainly like the safety concern, you know. Like I kind of prioritize safety above like a lot of things. But like with bikes, it just feels like one mistake, one bad decision, one bad day from someone else, and your whole life could change. And it's like, I don't know, I get anxiety over that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys are into bikes. And let me know, like, what's the difference? Like, do you prefer your bike in the summer? Do you prefer your EV? Does the cost, like, somewhere is the same? Like, I don't know how much it is to own a bike. I don't know the fuel economy. I don't know the fuel efficiency. I don't know none of that for that. The only thing I know is with gasoline cars and electric cars. So, or with only this electric car. I totally would get more electric cars, though. Like Lucid, Wait, have you guys been watching like Real Engineering? Real Engineering, is that him? I don't know, the dude who did the video about the Lucid Air, like he had to give it back or something, like they had to buy it off of him because it was like broken. Like those videos scare me. So I don't know, maybe not a Lucid. Maybe not a Chinese car. I don't know. I need to like see them. I need to see them. Those Audi ones look pretty cool though, those electric Audis. The electric Lexus, that's very nice. I don't know, I just hope there's a lot of like serious competition. Now that the light is green, we are going to be making it through. Following really close, or not close, but good to the Mercedes. And getting to just 40 kilometers. Staying centered through that intersection. And now we're coming back to another stop here, possibly. Keeps a very safe distance, which I'm very happy with. Still centered, still keeping a good distance. And this is the Tesla dealership, or I don't know if you even call it that. Tesla dealership? Tesla service center? I don't know. I don't think they sell Teslas. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, you know, be sure to like and subscribe. Check out the links in the description to support the channel. Check out some of the playlists I've made. You know, I have a long form playlist, auto park playlist, shorts playlist. And yeah, comment down below what you guys want to see, what you guys like, and what you guys want to know. If you guys are new Tesla buyers, or you know, you guys are thinking of getting FSD, let me know what you guys want to know down in the comments. I read every comment, and I'll try responding to you. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace.